Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today I'm very excited because we're going to continue working on the image that we had been working on before, as it's kind of the theme of Mondays. So the theme for this image is going to be dragon vampires, and we already passed through like a sketching phase and a basic color phase, and now we're going to go into detailing. Okay. Yeah, today has been such a weird day. Like the weather has been all grayish and stuff, so I've had like no notion of time, and I feel like I've wasted a lot of time today. Um, but um, but I really like sitting down and getting to the stream and having a chat with you guys. So I hope we have a lot of fun today. Um, yeah, so let's get into it. So this is what's going on here? Okay. Apparently we lost some frames there. Okay. So, yeah, this is the image that we worked on before. And the chosen one was number 3. Yay! Yay! So it's Charisandra. So let's see. This is not necessary anymore. This is kind of necessary. This is not really necessary, but okay. Yeah, those are your votes. And that's the base. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the sketches a little bit, like the opacity, and merge all of these down. And I'm only going to use this one. So I'm going to duplicate this and delete the rest. Okay, bear in mind that this is a new file. So Danny, hey, what's up? Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. So this is a new file, so I'm not actually losing the job that we did before. I'm just kind of putting it on the side. So yeah, this is kind of a different size than what I sketched on, but it's no biggie. It's no big problem. Okay, good. So that's the image that we're going to be working on today. And how I'm going to go about it is I'm going to try to, let's use these as well. Yeah, why not? So I'm just going to invert this one, duplicate it. Yeah, how I'm going to go about it is I'm going to try to like re-sketch certain things that are not entirely clean. I'm working, but I can watch you too. Thank you. That's amazing. You've got an ample mind. I try to do that, and I say that I do that, but I don't really do that. Okay, so this one doesn't work because this is in thirds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one a new. Yeah. I'm feeling a bit slow today, so I'm sorry for any slowness that might appear. Okay, so let's go with 50% of our thing, 50-50. Yeah, there we go. To the corner, duplicate it. Okay. Good, so these are ninths, I'm guessing. Sixth, okay. And these are thirds, so thirds. And I'm gonna mark them as red. I usually do this with layers, because sometimes a project can get like really long and with a ton of layers, so it might be a bit confusing sometimes. Life is easier when you can do many things at once. Yeah, I know. But the good thing is I don't really need that many things done at once. So I'm kind of free to do whatever I want. So that's even better than having to do many things at once. I wish. Yeah. I wish I could do more things at once, actually. Yeah, I'm just kidding there, obviously. Okay, so thinking about this image, what I'm gonna start doing, I usually go about like focusing on the main image first, and the main image, the main character is going to be her, you know. And afterwards I would go on to the secondary characters, and the secondary characters here are not actually the people like bowing down to her. It's going to be the architecture behind. So I'm going to solve her general proportions first, and then I'm going to go with the background. There are many ways to go about solving an image. The one that I'm going with today is, what are the dragon spawn sketches still doing? So there are many ways of going about an image. You can start like with smudges of paint, like start painting right away, and we can probably do that next time. But today, like I said, I'm feeling a bit slow, so I'm probably gonna start with a line art. Okay, so I'm gonna try to clean this line art up. Is it working? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So I like this, but yeah, let's just start working on it. So this is mostly just human proportion and stuff. So this is gonna be like a second sketch, but way more, just a little bit more detailed than before, okay? Okay, so I'm thinking pointy ears just because it's kind of the norm now. I'm just guessing that. And long hair as well. So I'm just resketching as I go, so I'm just kind of correcting things that I see that are kind of off. So right now I'm just gonna sketch the face, which is gonna look weird for a little bit, and then it's gonna like start making a bit more sense, okay? Just trust me, because now it looks like a little robot, but it's not gonna be like that in the end, okay? Actually, this should be almost like a straight line. Okay. So these are mostly just like my own like proportions that I've found that kind of work for me. Sometimes. And then I go about kind of solving these and making them better, because I usually don't get them right on the first go. Okay. So her ears now I notice that are a bit too low, maybe because the face I did is a bit smaller than before. Hey Dad, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with a lower opacity eraser. I'm gonna try to erase all of these things that make this girl look like super old. And that's usually my problem. Like I over sketch, and things tend to look super old when you kind of add too many lines, too many expression lines. So that's good enough. And now I'm gonna go with this one, which is a bit smaller. This canvas is gigantic, by the way, so we can sketch like really detailed or really like a larger one. Okay. So I'm guessing that's kind of the shape that I want. I want her nose to be like super sharp and detailed. And I suck at noses, so I'm kind of going about this as if I knew. But yeah, there we go. This looks super weird, so let's just keep going at it. I'm not sure how this is going. So okay, those lips look a bit weird, so let's just make them a bit Yeah. I think I like that a little bit more than the original sketch. But now I've reduced the face so much, it's probably going to be a really different proportion to the body. So there you go. Like, it's a super small face. So I need to make her larger. Okay. So this is kind of the process. Just clean up and then erasing and then clean up again, and just like that. So after this, I'm probably gonna... Yeah, I like that size. Okay. So again, super soft eraser. She can't be old. I mean, she is, but it can't show. Sexy Vampire Dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sexy Vampire Dragon all the way. Just because I really like sexiness. And I don't really show that in my portfolio just because sometimes I'm super weird about that. Like, I feel like I can't show that because it's kind of a bad taste. I don't know how to explain it, but I constantly feel that if I do sexy dragon vampires, I'm probably gonna be judged as a very superficial person, and sometimes I am a superficial person, and I just need to come to terms with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a sexy vampire. Frig it. Make her chin a little bit thinner, and also her cheeks. Yep. My cats are going nuts about something, and I don't really know what it is. Okay. I like that. I don't like her left eye, though. I like that proportion. Let's see if it works. She's super old in the sense that she has been reborn many times, but also she's a vampire, so she doesn't kind of need kind of grow old in my... And plus, she's kind of half dragon, so, I mean, come on. Who are we fooling here? So, we made her head tilt, like, in that direction. So what I'm thinking about is if this is kind of the head, and we add some horn-like structures, because she's kind of a dragon, they would kind of tend towards that side. Okay, so that's kind of the thing that I'm thinking about right now. Hang on, I gotta calm down my cats because this is unnerving. So I'll be right back, okay? People gonna judge, just create and chill. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thank you for that, and thanks for supporting it. Sexy Dragon Vampires. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Meow. Yeah. Logan, he's crazy. And I would leave the door open for them to like chill in here. But the thing is they eat my plants, like the ones behind me, like over there in that area. So I just can't do that. Because it's bad for them. Like they puke all over the place and stuff like that. So it's not nice. Okay, good. Let's keep going downwards. So, first I'm gonna sketch the like anatomy, and then I'm gonna go with the rest. I'm gonna make her neck like super long, like abnormally long. Okay. Okay, let's see if I'm getting this right. I don't know, like, let's look at this sketch like from a side. Yeah, that works. Okay. Her proportions are a bit odd, but I like that. I like the fact that she is... And the fact why I make her neck super long first, I really like that in a character. Second, she's gonna have long hair, so it's gonna be covered a little bit. And third, she is also a dragon, and dragons have particularly long necks in very traditional way. Not all dragons, of course, but some do. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so let's just keep going. Okay, so let's get down to the boobies. Yay, boobies. Okay, I'm gonna try not to make her too buxom, but still, like, buxom enough. But I'm thinking that this one is a bit off. I'm probably gonna move her a little bit to the side, both of them. Just so it feels like she's turning, you know, like this is our center line, so a bit off, but still, like this one. And her torso is also gonna be super long. I like it. Okay. And I remember in our sketching phase saying that I really want her to be like not super thin. Like I don't want her to look weak or fragile. I want her to have like a strong base, you know? Like, yeah. Like she's capable of getting down and doing some really cool stuff. I'm thinking maybe this is the right way. Okay, let's just put it like that. Okay. Logan, my God. Okay, maybe the neck is a bit too long. I'll try to fix that later. Okay, let's just keep going. Logan, come on, Jesus. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear my cat? Or not? She thick, hell yeah. So I remember I always have to do this sketch just because I don't know why it's always like a grumpy face from behind. So basically that's kind of the direction where the thighs kind of go, and also where the little bones that extrude from you kind of go. So for inside, these are taller and these are lower. So that's kind of what I'm trying to remember right now. Yes, meow, god dang. I'm sorry about that, but I hope it's not too stressful for you. It is kind of for me, so. Okay. So I'm thinking about making her feet kind of like a bit demon-like, like dragon-like, and also vampire-like. So I'm thinking about that. I think that's a bit too small, probably. I'm not sure. Okay. It doesn't sound loud, so it's fine if they meow. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. It's super stressful for me. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I'm a bad parent. Like I'm not tending to them right, and I'm just like, no, you're just lonely in the corridor, and I can't let you in for now. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this like super exaggerated kind of shape. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that, but let's just try it out. Yeah, so she's kind of standing on her tippy toes, like this one in the back is on her tippy toes. And that's why this leg is a bit higher than this one. So we could exaggerate that actually. Let's just pump this one a bit taller and this one a bit lower. So I'm just gonna make her a bit, yeah, like that. Okay. So I'm thinking belly button would be around there. And yeah, we can have certain divisions. Okay, good. I like that. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna erase some of these lines because it looks like her armpit is all dirty and stuff, and I don't like that. For this image. Either way, it's not gonna show because she's gonna be dressed. She's gonna be sexy, but not that sexy. Okay? It doesn't sound okay. Good. Okay, good. So this is just anatomy. She's not gonna be naked, okay? For now, she's just wearing a really thin leotard. Okay? Just imagine that if you're uncomfortable with nudity. Okay, I'm thinking about her hands. Like her hands being like downwards, I don't like them that much. Upwards, it's just too like me, and I don't really like that much. I'm thinking like a soft forward hand could be okay. Like this classical kind of thing, you know? Like very soft, two middle fingers joined together, and the other two kind of softer to the side. So I'm just gonna sketch that real quick and see if it works. Okay. Something like that. Her hand is gigantic in this one, but let's just take advantage of Photoshop and make it kind of the size that it would be. She's like going to caress them, maybe? Yeah, that's a nice idea. She's like going to touch them in some way, like thank them and then probably sacrifice them or something like that. Something real dark like that. So her finger is gonna be probably a bit like this, I'm guessing. And then something like that, and then her like pinky is also gonna go forward. Okay, but it looks a bit too forced with that like angle. So it doesn't look delicate. I'm gonna go with like that, which is kind of the original sketch I had, but it looks hella weird. So let's just make it a bit tougher. I always tend to look at my own hands. I like my hands, and I purposefully let my nails grow a bit longer so I can draw this kind of thing. Okay, but it's like that. Okay. And I like my hands, actually. They're not the prettiest in the world, and they're one of my fingers tends to go left, like without me telling it. But other than that, it's a pretty cool hand, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and she's also like a dragon, so like she's gonna do okay. Let's see. This is a bit too big for my taste, so let's just make it a bit smaller. Ooh, I kind of like this. Okay, so I'm gonna make it like this. No, no, like this. Okay. So her arm is kind of bending downwards, and I really like when that happens, like with this kind of shape. It's very used. It's widely used, but I like it. Let's just not care that much today. Let's see. I'm gonna try to make a different nose, because I always make this nose, and I'm kind of tired of it. Okay. It's like, I'm tired of this nose. I'm gonna make this nose all over again, exactly the same way I did it the first time. Ay, Arturito. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's do the other hand then. The other hand is probably a bit more rigid. It's not going to be as bent as this one, because I want to give it like this way, like this bend. Hey, Salo, welcome to the stream. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you for being here. We're working on the vampire dragon thingy that we've been doing the previous week. So this is like one of the first sketches that we do. She has like a super long neck. I'm probably gonna reduce that a bit in the future. She could have no nose. I mean, dragon snake nose like Voldemort. Okay. How's this rating? Oh my god. A lot of people are coming. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, Lois. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you for rating. Okie dokie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she could have no nose. Let's sketch a bit like on the side, see how that will work, because I'm thinking that. Yay! Woo! Thank you for following. That means a lot to me. So I'm thinking that maybe having like a small, another subscriber. Oh, thank you for following. Like the, I don't know, the little dragon nose is kind of cute actually. But I'm not sure if I want that cuteness. No nose. Let's just do a quick sketch here. And just like the two little slips on the nose. I'm not sure about that. But maybe what we can do is like have her mouth be like super gigantic. You know, like something like that. So it kind of opens up, a bit like the Joker, kind of. But so when she opens her mouth, it would be super terrifying. Hey, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna go for a little more traditional one, like super humanoid, a bit boring, probably. I don't know. Let's work on that a bit later. So I think I'm about done with this. I'm missing this hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this hand a little bit more towards the side rather than flexed down like this one, okay? Okay, let's just do it like that. Whatevs. I'm thinking this hand is a bit too small now. So let's just make it a bit longer. Yeah, okay. Let's do it like that. You like it? Thank you, Anne. What do you like? Do you like the face with the Joker kind of slits going up to here? Or what do you like? Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the wings, okay? So with the wings, I'm gonna go with a bit more muscular kind of tendency than most. Most of these like wings, because I've seen tons of them that are kind of chubby and stuff, and I don't like that for this. Because I love chubby stuff, but I don't like chubby wings. Like I like when they feel like there's some meat in them, but I don't like when they feel like too full for some reason. I don't like that. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Nice. So I'm thinking that maybe this is not the muscle I want to go with. So I want to bend her wing a little bit. So that's not the full extent of her wings. So she's almost, yeah, something like that works better for me. Okay, and she'll also have like this little skin stretching from this side to this side. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's keep going then. Okay, I'm thinking about like there are too many points of interest here. Like there's a lot of here like mixing, but I kind of like that actually. Like this is my image, so this is probably something that I wouldn't do for publishing or for stuff like that, just because it's bad form, sort of. Yeah, so these are tangents basically. So it's like being very close, like lines of tension that are too close, and they call a ton of attention. But I'm gonna try to just keep going with it. I don't really mind. Okay, so let's just do some really quick muscle groups here, so we kind of don't lose it away. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. I'm gonna erase this. So I'm gonna go with like the cheap solution here, and I'm gonna copy this basically and mirror it and just do it. I'm gonna make this a tad different. This is a cheap solution, but it works, and I'm gonna draw on top of it, and I'm gonna paint a ton of it. So it's gonna work in the end. Okay, just trust me for now. Okay, and that helps a little bit with this kind of tendency of the hands and also the wings. Like this wing is a bit flatter and turned towards the side. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. And now let's go with the tail, right? Because she has a tail. So the tail is coming out from behind, and I sketched it coming down this way, which is pretty cool, but I'm not gonna make it like turn immediately because that would kind of imply that it's coming from this side. And the fact that she's turning into that side, I'm thinking that it's like not that curvy. Okay. So yeah, let's just do this as a guide. Okay, and see how that goes. So now I'm gonna start modifying the her anatomy a little bit, so it's a bit weirder and a bit closer to what I believe a dragon would have. Okay, so I like these fingers, but I'm thinking they could have like little like ridges on top of them, and also that would be a common thing. I was thinking of making this pattern in her forearms that kind of subdues and then becomes just like regular old scales. So yeah, something like that. And now I'm probably gonna do the same somewhere else. Claws. Yeah, she's got claws. She's got them right there. Okay, so let's do the same around here. So I'm thinking that this one could be like the sample, you know, this is the one that we understand the like the anatomy, and the other ones kind of suggest that. Okay, a bit taller maybe, like I'm gonna do a bit of these that are behind her. Okay, good. I'm thinking that maybe there's some little skin down here, like under her arms, that kind of pushes forward when she's flying as well. So it's kind of a secondary rudder or wing, and that's disgusting, but I like it. This is like good enough in my opinion. So it's also going to have this texture. But here we can understand it from the side as well, so we can take advantage of that. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe her bones are a bit protruded here, like in two different areas. Something like that. A bit one here, one here. And yeah, let's just add another protrusion here and here. Why not? Okay, so I want to make her sexy, but I don't want to like make her like super flashy and obvious. Her head location is kind of bothering me a bit. It's like displaced. So is it on this layer? This layer? This layer. Okay. So I just made it its own layer, and let's see if enlarging it and maybe putting it a bit to this side kind of works. Her height was okay apparently, but it was maybe her size that I wasn't really sure with. But I like this proportion now. Okay. Okay, good. So let's just keep going. I'm gonna merge all of these because why not? Yeah, good. So her dress. Now we're gonna start using some of the things that we've learned studying on the other streams. You like her long neck? I like it too. I really like it. So we studied dresses and like different types of textiles in previous streams. So right now I'm gonna start using that in some way, I hope. Okay. So what I was thinking is it's a very long and open dress. So something of the sort. And it's also veiled, so I'm thinking that this is kind of covered. This is kind of covering these bones. I'm not sure about that, but let's just keep going with that. So I'm thinking that this dress kind of falls down on the sides here. So it's a very kind of medieval look. And I want this to be a very light fabric, so I'm gonna make a lot of different folds, just like we studied in our previous session. Okay. Good. I like this. I'm thinking of adding a little bit of wind on this side, just because it's, or movement to the fabric, to support that same like line of movement. Okay, just a little bit. So I'm gonna maybe erase these and redo them a little bit. That feels super heavy now. Okay, only that one is visible from this angle. So yeah. Good, let's keep going. So what I'm seeing now is that we're probably not gonna achieve our goal of doing one image a month if I'm gonna take this long per image. So I'm gonna try to make things a bit quicker. Okay, from now on. So with the bottom part, I'm not really sure what we should do. I don't know if doing like a single line dress would be good. She can be a very good Gothic but old-fashioned fabric. Yes. Okay, yes, we can do that. Let's see how this goes, because I'm thinking about this being like an open dress. And we can exaggerate her figure a little bit with this kind of tension that's going on here. So I know it looks like I'm kind of coloring it through, and yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm thinking that maybe this is kind of a place where the seams kind of interlace, like right here in the center. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to make her knee also kind of protrude and have different layers. Okay, yeah, that works for me. Okay, I'm gonna try to flip this image right now because I need to see it from like a mirrored image. Sometimes our brain has a tendency to support certain sides, and what I'm seeing here is that this whole area underneath is kind of flexed towards a side that I'm not sure it's supposed to be supporting. So let's just do this and see if it works. Okay, I think that kind of works, but I'm gonna try to make her stand a bit better. Okay, so now we have like a twist that we didn't have before. So that's surprising, but we can work with that. Let's see if this works from the other side as well. Oh, okay. So I made the knee in the wrong layer. Okay. Yeah, I think that works a bit better for me. Yeah, okay. So let's just redo this. Okay, because now her front is towards this side, but her bottom is kind of pointing to the same side. So let's just support that a little bit more. And I like the fact that this is kind of where her weight is. So she's putting all her weight on this hip. And this hip is the one that's like kind of towards the bottom. Yeah, it's less sexy, I know, because she's not as like moving her hips all around, but it's still something that we can work with. Yeah, and that's what's bothering me. Okay, so let's redo this part of the dress and her knee. So her knee is like this. So yeah, sometimes it's tough because you've reached a point of you've seen a detail that you like how it's coming about, and you have to fight like yourself really hard to kind of make it out of that mess. To be able to tell yourself that it's not worth fighting for, because you're fighting your ego essentially. And if something's just not that good, then it's just not that good, you know? And that's fine. Like velvet or fur. Wow, fur. I think we can work with fur. What's going on here? Oh, I get it now. We flipped everything. And we didn't flip this back, so there we go. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking of mixing different materials. Like I'm not thinking of Gon illustrations and braiding. Oh my god, that's super cool. Thank you, Gon. Amazing. So what I'm thinking is kind of mixing different materials of cloth. So it's not just a single material like the whole dress, but it's going to have variations in it. So I'm thinking of making places that it's like thicker, and other places where it's thinner and lighter type of fabric. So I'm thinking that this border is going to be a single material, like this edge, and it's going to seep into a different material down here. And that material is the one that's going to lead us to this kind of opening. Let's see, yeah, I'm going to try to make it like here, yeah. Ooh, I remember we talked something about like making the fabric fall on the floor. I don't know if you remember that, but we said something about that in the previous video. So I'm just gonna go with that. And this one can be kind of, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, that is a good solution, but we still need some kind of subject here. Woo! New follower, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so what I'm thinking is having like a central line of sorts and adding different details here and also here, probably like very old writings and stuff. So that's good enough for me. Let's just keep these going. Thank you for following. That's amazing. Oh, I erased the tail at some point. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So I think we're missing a bit of like the horns. So I'm gonna sketch a few like real quick, see which one fits better with me, with what I want out of this image. So I'm thinking that maybe like horns, but that turns her into kind of the devil, you know? So it doesn't work that well. So I'm gonna try to make her a bit more into a dragon kind of shape. So, and maybe have a third horn? Like a triceratops? Yeah, why not? Let's just make it into kind of a crown of sorts and supported by... Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay, I like that a lot. Let's see where this takes us then. So we already have this, we already have that. We also said at some point that she was going to have sort of like a veil that was coming like from her back and probably kind of getting entangled with one of her wings. But I'm not sure if that's kind of a way that we want to go. But let's just try it out and see how it works, you know? This is a tough order, what I'm doing right here. No, that's too much. It's too much noise. Let's just erase all that I just did. Okay, that's the limit of Ctrl-Z. So let's just keep going. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna try to do something. So I'm not sure if adding stuff to her face would be kind of the right way. I'm not sure about that. So yeah, the whole idea of these sessions, these Monday sessions, which are called Sketchy Mondays, are is to kind of show you my process. And this is my process. This is my honest process. So when I start an image, I don't know all the details, and it's a lot of trial and error and seeing if something like piques my interest or it doesn't. And if something does, then I'll just follow it, see if it works. And if it doesn't, I just don't do it, you know? But that's basically the process that I follow. Okay, so she looks fine from side to side. I don't see much that I disagree with, so I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, okay. I think I like her better looking towards the other side because it has a bit of a more negative connotation. Because all of this, like, we pointed it in that direction. So it has a positive connotation, you know, because it's towards the right, and that's how we read in the West. But like this, it feels like her whole body is pointing towards a negative place, but her face is looking towards a positive face. So a positive place, sorry. So I like that. I like that kind of feeling. Like it's something that's more internal about her, you know, like she's fighting somewhat some of this nature that she's been brought into. I don't know. There's something hidden. There's this dark side that she's not showing, you know, like everyone sees her as just something negative, but she knows she's more than that, you know. Okay, I like this detail. I think what would happen if we add this like here? Is it a bit too much? Would it be too much? A bit kind of like Mystique in the X-Men movies, you know. Let's see if that works. I like that. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of things that... Oh, I'm sorry, I hadn't seen all of these. Spoken like a true Bob Ross. Maybe her clothes can be broken or something down to show her sleep for years. Okay. And she's just awake like this, flawless. Okay, I like that idea. Want to become famous? Buy followers from... no, I don't want that. Thank you. Me gusta. I'm glad you like it, Dad. La ley de los impares. Yep, totally. Exactly. Perfect. Me gustan las alas más extendidas, casi hasta el límite de la imagen. Yeah, but I don't want her to feel like that grand, you know, like she's just waking up, so she's almost in that process of opening up. Yeah, so that's basically why I'm not doing that right now. Okay. I'm gonna change this wing a little bit just to mirror her hand, you know, like maybe she's already had wings for a long time, but she's kind of getting used to them, you know, like that's kind of how it feels to kind of wake up after like sleeping a long time. Like you kind of have to get used to your body again. Whoa. So that's something that I want to try, see if it works as a narrative idea. Let's see if this works. And that way we kind of differentiate a bit, like the right side from the left. Yeah, plus she kind of looks kind. Yeah, I want her to be like magnanimous, you know, like this woman that is super attractive. She's super attractive. She's super strong, and she's also revered and feared. Does that make sense? So, yeah. Whoa. An hour has gone by. It's 8 p.m., guys. But I think we have to dedicate a bit more time to these images. Otherwise, we're not going to finish in a month, and we're not going to achieve our goal. So So we gotta keep going. Where's my pen? Okay. Good. So yeah, she's super kind in the sense that she's good to the people who kind of brought her back, but she's probably such an asshole to other people. Yeah. So that's basically what I'm thinking right now. Thinking up right now. Okay, that's good enough of a first sketch, like second sketch, because the first one was this one. Let me show it to you guys. So yeah, for those of you guys who are new to my streams, on Mondays, on Sketchy Mondays, I do an image and I keep on doing it every Monday for a month, just to show you my process. And on Wednesdays, I do a sketch of studying. I usually study things that are related to that image, things that I need to learn. So the one that we started on last Wednesday was fabrics. So that way I have a bit more information in fabrics to get started on this one. What I'm thinking as well is maybe like this is designed to accommodate her tail. So there's also kind of this fabric that's swooping to, yeah, I like that. Okay, so her veil is super long, and I like that. Okie doke. Yeah. I'm not sure about her, like the shape of her tail. I like the fact that it's not a skinny tail, like it's kind of strong, but like the curve is not right. It feels odd, so yeah, I like that. And I'm thinking that maybe on the end we start getting all of these little spikes that we've been doing all over her body, and they start getting larger and larger and longer probably, until it's like one gigantic spike. Okay. Spikes, yes! Spiky spikes. Okay, so let's just do a ridge, you know, like maybe talk a bit more about her anatomy this way. So I'm thinking that maybe her tail is kind of pointing back at her. Kind of she's like unconsciously trying to protect herself, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Good. Okay, more veil information here. Good, I like that a ton. Let's add a bit more like bone structures here. That looks like a face, so cancelled. We can add a bit more bone structures here, probably. So they're probably going to be here as well. Okay, how about we add something to the back of her arms? It's going to be barely visible on this one, but on this one you can actually see it. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just do a bit more spikes like on this side, like just to show that the back of this also has a bit of these spikes, you know? Just enough, like it's not gonna be fully covered in those spikes, but just enough. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to continue sketching, but I'm going to sketch the background, okay? This is no line art yet, and I'm probably not going to go into line art, as I said I would in the beginning. But I'm actually gonna go with color. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like that. Okay. This looks like she actually hurt her ankle, so we'll have to fix that. Okay, good. So let's start going with the background. I'm gonna use symmetry because I want this to be a super symmetrical image, okay? So we have this, and the wings are still like in the correct place that we wanted them to be. And the head is also like in the place that we want it to be. And her legs, like her foot, is also in the correct place that we want it to be. So this is going great. Let's just activate symmetry and just make her into Charisandra. Okay. I'm gonna block that layer for now, just so I don't accidentally draw on it. And when we do vertical, I think the default is gonna be like centered. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna make her, I need to do this. Okay, just like that. So less visible, just so I have like our main subject, you know, which is the background. Okay. Actually, I think we can do better. Let's see if we can manage something. Double axis. Is there a way of changing this? Oh, here we go. Radial mandala. Okay, 3. That's exactly what we need. And we need it around here. Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. So let's just start sketching this, which is like a medieval architect's wet dream, probably. I've never understood why someone would buy followers. Like I got that that offer. It's like kind of a bot. Offering followers, but I don't know what good that would do to anyone, honestly. Like if you're what you're trying to do is reach more people, why would you buy fake people in order to reach more people? I think that just doesn't make sense. Like I know how appealing it is, you know, to have more followers and stuff, but it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. Does eraser work? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we like this. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna reinforce a bit of the structure, have it become a bit more British, British Gothic than Roman. Okay, good. I like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Fake people attract fake people. Ooh. That's a strong statement. I like it. But yeah, I don't know why you would do that, but I guess what you say makes sense, Danny. By the way, guys, thank you all for being here. This means a lot, and I've been learning like crazy these past few weeks, and that feels good because I kind of missed it. Okay, so let's do this. Because I usually don't have the time to study all this, but with with your help, I kind of do now. So that's awesome. It feels amazing. Okay, now that we have that done, and that's going to be like the shape for all windows, okay? So let's modify this back into vertical. And I'm guessing that's also fitting these. Okay. Oh, I remember. Okay, we didn't do this as a full window, but just like the circles, right? Yeah, okay. What's down here is supposed to be like a space for that sounds so weird. Why did I do that? A space for a statue of sorts. So let's just do that. Okay, so I'm thinking about this triple column structure that we see a lot of, and it being repeated. So okay, I don't know if this has, oh, there we go. Parallel lines. So let's see if we can do this. Centered, yeah, okay. What's going on? Is this actually, oh, I hadn't used this before, so this is like using magic. Let's see if this works. I hope it does. It's not working as I expected it would. Like it's generating things like far off. But yeah, let's just deactivate it. Just make it vertical. And start erasing things that don't work. So this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, and this doesn't work. Okay, so we're just gonna go over this one and that should work. Let's see. That's so weird. Nope. I tried. Okay, and why would I put so much time into drawing this area? Because it's going to be hidden behind her, you know? So it's not worth it, is it? But what I'm thinking about is when I repeat this image towards the side, I want that to be like exactly the same shape, okay? So I'm just doing this one up front that is centered and perfect, and when I repeat it, it's going to hopefully work well, okay? So let's just add this and add circles just because Gothic loves circles, and another one of those like triple circle thingies that are so cute. And probably some leaves of some shape or something. And I'm thinking of some like divisions that are here. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Okay, so I like those, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate that all over the place. Okay, good. And how tall are these things? So up to here, probably. Yeah, that's kind of the floor, so let's just try it right now. And oh, I wanted to have like seats. No, not this one. Okay, that was another image. So yeah, guys, how was your Monday? How have you guys been today? Is it coming to an end? Or are you just waking up? That's kind of impossible, but yeah, how's it going? Just let me know. Ow. I just hit myself really hard. Ooh, I just had an idea. I just remembered something about Gothic that is pretty cool, and it would kind of fit into the whole subject. And that's that everything, like some of these things have kind of spikes, so I'm gonna do that. This is super cool. Good, I'm still working. Still working, Jesus Christ, it's 8 p.m. Get some rest. I don't know if I'm too lazy. I probably am. But I think it's really important to rest, you know, like to stop for a while and just, yeah, just chill. Okay, so let's just switch this into kind of a column. I've always said that if I weren't an artist, I would probably be an architect, and I really love architecture. It's something that I really, really like. So if I get to study architecture someday, it would be awesome. It would be super epic. Let's just add these kind of spaces that are completely non-architectural. Okay, good. So now I'm going to start doing this spiky thing. I'm thinking of the main, like the main line in Notre Dame. I think it had these kind of spikes, like the long pyre, I think it's called. Yeah, that, come on. Come on. This looks Gothic as hell. Yeah, okay. So these ones are gonna be a bit out of control. But let's just recognize that we are already out of control. You just started a new job, so yeah, lots and lots to do. That makes sense. But good on you. Good on you getting that new job. That's super exciting. Okay, that's nice. I like this. Let's just add a line under here and another line like on this height. And we're probably going to add some divisions here because these guys loved adding divisions into everything. Okay. And there we have like the space for a statue, but let's limit it a little bit. So I'm going to do this and another one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's Gothic enough for me. Let's keep going. I'm gonna add like a little shape up here that kind of talks about like a little bit of our character. So I'm gonna add these and these, which is like fire but also darkness and stuff, and also here. Okay, look, that doesn't need more detail than that, I'm guessing. Okay, good. So we're done with almost done. We're done with the piece in the back. Let's just add these as actual bricks. There we go. And these should also have divisions, but they're not like brick. Yeah, okay, good. That's good enough. So let's keep going, but I'm gonna go with the columns, okay? So I'm gonna sketch one column and then I'm gonna copy it once and again towards the side, okay? So I'm guessing it's this column in the back, which is going to be different from this column in the front. So you're in for an architectural day. So let's just call this window. And let's limit that so we can't draw on it, so we don't F it up. Okay. Do you like it? I think it's kind of pretty cool, and I like the fact that spikes kind of work with our subject. I think that's pretty cool. It's gonna be tough to light these, or it's gonna be super repetitive, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so these are gonna be triple columns as well. So let's just do these. And let's add some like depth into them. And let's make them square, just because, oh, we can do those that have like double. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Anne. I'm happy that you love it. I love it too. I think it's coming out pretty cool. Pan. Okay, there we have it. Okay, depth. So what I'm thinking about here is kind of how these columns are going to interact with each other, and that's going to be complex as hell. But for now, this is like good enough for me. I don't want all columns to be spiky and stuff because it would be a bit too much. And it's also part of Gothic to have certain areas that are still detailed, but not as detailed as like the main areas, you know? So let's just extend these and add a bit of a monolith. These would probably have the same height. I love symmetry. Like not just the option in Photoshop to draw symmetry, which I love, but like actual symmetry, like the concept of symmetry, I think is beautiful. I dig it so much. Okay, let's just add this and this. Ooh, no. I can't go there anymore. Oh my god, the impulse. You're like the Soul Eater kid? The Soul Eater kid. I don't know what that's about. What's that about? Loving symmetry and stuff. Oh, I don't know about that. I do love symmetry. And I do love the taste of souls. Let's see what else we can do here. I'm not sure what we can do here. Oh, we can do, yeah, let's just do like a floral pattern, because why not? Right? And we can have this here. And we can also have, oh, but these would go this way. Okay, there we go. That's enough detail, I'm guessing. Let's just erase a bit of these because it's too much. Would this have a subdivision? What's the Soul Eater kit that you're talking about? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, so let's just duplicate those right now, see how they work. Because I think we're going to be done with the window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a smart object, so I don't really modify it. It's an anime about demons and witches and people who become weapons and eat souls. Wow, one of the protagonists is a kid who really likes symmetry. Could be me. really love symmetry. Okay. So what I did there was kind of duplicate the layer, and with Alt you can like define the center. And when you flip horizontally, it flips upon that center, so it's also symmetrical. Okay. And right now everything looks a bit flat. That's okay. That's no problem for now. Yeah, let's just call this fine. Okay. See how it comes together? It's so nice. Okay, let's keep going. We can actually do this. Yeah. And use the column as a spacer. And I think we don't need that one anymore, because yeah. Okay, good. So now we have this one, which is like on the bottom. There we go. So these, this, and this. They're all in disorder now. What? There we go. So I'm just trying to figure out which ones are on the left and which ones are on the right. Okay, let's just give it a go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and there we have it, like a very stable base. And I don't think we're gonna need these two anymore, because they should be overimposed. Yeah. Okay, I'm very happy with that. The only thing I'm not that happy about is the columns. I mean, we could, let's try something. Let's see if it works. Just to add a bit more depth to the image, we could make this come a bit lower, just a tad. That was maybe too much. And that way we kind of feel something like that's closer and farther away. Let's just do this. So these are all the columns. Yep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this frontal area. I don't mind that it selects more things than what I need. I'm going to try not to, but still, like, it's no biggie because this is not the final painting. So, and if it were and we actually needed to do this, that's okay too, because we can always paint on top of it. Okay. So don't worry your hearts, my loves. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we feel a bit more depth, like, how do you call these? Yeah, like steps. I like that a lot. So now we have to do the frontal columns, like las nervaduras que salen de las columnas hacia el techo desde los capiteles. Yeah, so the thing is, those are kind of the connections between columns. So I need to do the frontal columns first in order to get them to work. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to join all these windows and I'm going to make them into a smart object in themselves. So that way, windows. Windows. And these are the columns. Columns, windows. Perfect. Now let's keep, oh, and let's look at it with Charisandra like high opacity. Come on, it's starting to look cool. Okay. Let's get these also into a lower opacity. And we're gonna do the frontal columns, of which we can only see 2. Apparently. Would that make sense? I'm not sure. But either way, we're trying to enunciate more than we're trying to make sense. So Let's just do it, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one a bit taller, so I'm gonna make the floor be around here. Okay, so it feels a bit closer, and we can make it taller and whatnot. Okay. Okay. I know this doesn't really make sense, like they're all frontal. There should be like a slight difference between them, and we can do that in a bit, okay? So let's see, the final thickness is about this. Okay, this is wrong. Final thickness is about here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's the final thickness, and this is the floor. And this is the top. I think I'm gonna also make them triple columns. Why not? I like these columns that had like this little subdivision between them, and that gives way for like really new shapes like octagons and stuff, which are pretty useful in this kind of perspective, and in this kind of architecture as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower these because I need a bit more space there to make the top of the column. Okay, so let's just do that. And let's add little spikes here because it's part of the subject, right? Okay, so I want to make these spiky because they're going to be a bit closer to the character. So I'm going to add some spikes into it, but not the whole height like the ones in the back, but just a part of it. So I'm starting to decide like which part. Okay, I'm noticing that the central column is a bit too thin, so I need to make it a bit thicker. Okay. There we go. And this is a bit odd, so I'm just going to do this. What? Oh, that happens with perspective. So the thing is, I can't transform things while perspective is active for some reason, because I start like transforming the symmetry, which is odd, but should be useful at some point. I mean, they put it in. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh, no symmetry activated. So and here I have to kind of fit it again. Oh, there's right there. Okay, good. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, and it does, so we just keep going. So what I'm thinking about is actually making these into having multiple spikes, multiple areas of spikes and smaller spikes. And I'm not sure if making them going upwards, yeah, they look mean as hell, so let's just do that. Actually, let's do this in a new layer. And also, let's just do this. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to put it in this one, which is a bit lower and a bit smaller. Not that low, okay. Almost. There we go. Okay, so it has this little detail on top, which I really like. Yep, okay. I'm not liking this area of line, like I don't know what's going on here, so I'm just gonna start making little, like these shapes. Okay, good. I'm really happy with that. Now all we need is the bottom part. Which I never know how to do, but let's just wing it. So I'm thinking that maybe the column ends up like about here. There's a more precise way of doing this, obviously. I'm just too lazy to do it. Okay, yeah. So let's just do this as if it's like different natural objects, but they're also symmetrical. And that's why I love Gothic so much, because it's full of symmetry. And the height is like perfect, so yeah, good. I like this. And let's do this as well. So I'm gonna make this a bit thicker. Yeah, okay. And let's just do this. This one needs to be a bit lower. So let's just do this about there. I'm not sure if this is going to fit with our perspective. No, it's not. So let's just correct that right now. Yeah, that works better. Okay. And let's end it up with something like that. Was that too boring? Maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a bit too boring. So let's just add an extra step. That's too much. There we go. So what we can do here is make this a diagonal step. So that way it's kind of going upwards. Yeah. And here we can add some more flaming things, and we can add little spaces down here. Let's add a bit more here. Okay, there we have our like main column. Let's just call it like that. So let's see if all of this works. And with our main column, it looks nice. Your internet is crashing. I think we're losing a ton of frames for some reason, but I don't have anything else open, so let's see. Let's see if that makes it better. I'm sorry about that. I hope it works. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so the cool thing about this structure is that we can actually make it shorter. So it starts fitting our perspective a bit better. So maybe there. Why is this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just trust the sketch and see how this goes. So I'm just gonna make this and flip horizontal. Okay, and that way we have two. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them into one. And I'm gonna flip it horizontal, see if actually we have, oh, you can barely see it. Okay, so no, we're just gonna ignore that. Okay, the thing is I flipped it horizontally, so just to check if we actually got, if we had to do like another column, but using this, this way of how do you call this? Yeah, using this, now we know we don't need that, so we just avoided a bullet. Okay, so we have our front columns. Let's just call them front columns. Yeah, so now we have to work on those, like the things that join them together. Okay, so let's just do that. This has become way more architectural than I was expecting, but I think it's cool to have this, so later on when we're painting, there's like no guesswork. We just do what we see and fit, and that's it. Actually, let's just do this one. Somebody. Okay, and it fits, so that's great news. And would that work? Yeah, why not? Why the heck not? But I think it's better if it's actually protruding. And let's add a second layer, because detail, you know. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's just duplicate it and flip it, see how it works. Yeah, seems to fit. Okay, and let's do that same thing, but here. There we go. Okay, and there we have the front columns finished. Columns. I hadn't noticed. Okay. Let's make them into front columns. There we go. So these are the front columns along with the little curves on front. Now we have to make these little curves, but on the back one, okay? Like on the ones behind them. So let's just make these visible, like super visible again. And let's start sketching. So vertical, there we go. Let's just respect this line and let's keep it tight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this like vertically, although there is gonna be a curve there, but just as an indication, okay? Because afterwards we're gonna have to do these manually, I think, because we have more than one, so yeah. The only ones that we're gonna do right now are, like actually do, are these ones, okay? So super detailed. This is probably not going to show in the final image, but we don't worry about that. Like it's okay. Okay, good. And in this one, we're also gonna have to make it super detailed. So let's just keep with a little pyre, like dragon theme. Okay. And with this, let's just do this as the limit. And let's do some circles as well here. There's so many circles, but yeah, that's just how it works, okay? Okay, I'm happy with that. So yeah, let's just do the same thing that we did before. So yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now I know that I messed up these, which is also good. Like we're gonna fix them in a bit. Yeah, fire. So we're gonna add those in a bit, okay? Okay, so there we go. That's good enough for me. Let's join these and call them back column stop, whatever. And I'm not gonna make them into, oh yeah, let's make them a smart object, why not? Okay, so now let's see the front columns. What I'm gonna need is to make these columns kind of full. I don't know how to say that, but so basically on the windows, I'm gonna make a mask. And the mask is gonna be the following mask. Yeah, let's just do this. So just as a sketch, this is not gonna be very detailed because we're doing the sketch, you know, so. What? Not very detailed. It goes ahead and does the best job he can, which is still subpar, but yeah, there we go. Whoopsie. And this and this. Okay, good. So now that we have this, we can see the windows and kind of invert that mask so it frees the windows up so we can see what's behind them. Okay? There we go. Okay, so this is how it's looking actually. So with the columns don't affect that, but the back column does. So let's just duplicate this and also apply it to this. There we go. So this is the architecture. Let's just see it with a bit more detail. There we go. This is the architecture that we have so far, which is pretty neat in my opinion. I'm really happy with that. But what we need is some connectors towards the front. So yeah, let's just do them. Do you like it? Okay, so here, which is the column's back, I'm also gonna do the mask here so we can actually see the curving of the frontal one. Okay, and with this one, we're gonna need to make it a bit more pronounced. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. Yeah, let's just keep doing it manually because I'm not sure how to do that faster. I'm doing this one a bit thicker just because I need a bit more information here. Okay. I think that's kind of exactly the same the same angle as these ones. Let's see. Oh, I can't. Yeah, let's try to do this a bit. Yeah, that works better. So it's almost like this same curve. So do you love it? I think it's pretty sick. I'm really happy with how it's looking, and I think this is really gonna add to the final image. Actually, this doesn't really make sense that much. It's already too forced of a perspective, but let's see if it works. Whatever. Let's just ignore my own issues and just keep going with these. Okay. So there we have it. It's not as curved as I would like, so let's just keep doing it. Okay. There we go. That's actually good enough for me. So, this is how it's looking. Let's make Cherisandra visible and make like a quick mask around her. Quick, again. What? Oh, there we go. I'm not sure how this goes, but let's just guess. Oh, I don't know if I effed it up. Let's see. Yeah, okay, good. That was a miss. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we go. This is why I wasn't getting it. Okay. Oh, pretty good actually. Probably this isn't even necessary because the columns don't get this low, but still. Whoosh. Whoosh. I really messed that line up. I think I'm tired. Okay, good. So that's good enough. Let's make all of this visible and join it all into one smart object, one super heavy smart object called architecture. That way we haven't really eliminated anything. And it's a super progressive image that we're gonna do. Let's just invert this. There we go. So this is this is what we've done today, okay? So let's just reduce this just to get a feeling for what we're going to have later on. And yeah, so this is the image. Let's just duplicate this and join them with. Ooh, no, duplicate. I almost lost all my information. Okay. And let's invert it just to see it right here. Okay. Let's give it a nice color just so we can actually enjoy this image. Okay. There we go. So this is basically the product of today, which is the sketch. Okay. Let's reduce that a little bit so it's not as visible. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with today's result, and I really like the fact that a lot of you guys told me what you thought about the image and kind of helped me through it, like adding the spikes and also the cloth and everything. So thank you so much for that. I'm really happy about it. I think it's pretty detailed, and it's probably not going to read as much in the final image. Like, it's not going to be that visible, but still, it was a ton of fun, and I really like architecture, as I told you before, so I'm really happy with that. I think the next thing we're going to do is probably next to Monday is going to be adding some, starting to actually paint, you know, adding colors and stuff. The people in front, I think it's going to be a further sketch, like I'm going to sketch it afterwards. Yeah, because I'm tired. I'm not going to do that right now. But thank you so much for being here. And on, like, look out for polls on Instagram, because I'm going to be asking what we're going to be studying on Wednesday. Okay? So yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys. It was a ton of fun. I really like this one, and I think the image is looking sick, and we're gonna have a really cool image at the end of all this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye.